The Coin and Change by Claire Ariaho. It was a rainy Tuesday in Lagos, the kind that soaks your spirit before your skin. The kind that makes the streets shine with sorrow and the air smell like wet sand and hot puff puff. I was standing in the bank queue, half drenched, slippers squeaking like they were crying with me. In my hand was a nylon bag. Inside it 3700 in old notes and coins. It was all I had left of my mother. When it was finally my turn, the cashier looked at me like I'd brought in dirt. "Madam, we're not collecting coins today," she said, her face blank. My heart dropped. "Please, it's all I have." My voice cracked. My hand trembled. The coins clinked together like shame in that silent bank hall. People behind me started sighing and muttering. I wanted to disappear. Then I heard him. "Give them to me," a voice said behind me. "I'll change them for you." I turned. A man stood there, tall, with tired eyes and a bag full of old receipts. I had never seen him before. "You don't even know me," I said. "I don't need to," he replied. Before I could argue, he took the coins from my shaking hands and walked straight out into the rain. I just stood there, frozen. People kept staring. Minutes passed. I told myself not to hope. But 15 minutes later, he came back soaked, breathless, holding a handful of small notes. "It's not much," he said, handing them to me. I found a recharge card seller who helped. I wanted to say thank you, but my throat was tight with something I didn't know how to name. That day, we sat together under the veranda, sharing puff puff and silence. His name was Tunt. He told me about the company he worked for, how it crumbled, and took his pride with it. I told him about my mother, how she died with my hand in hers, whispering, "Don't be afraid." But I had been afraid every day since. We started seeing each other again. Once at a suya stand, where we both reached for the same stick and laughed like children. Another time at a tiny roadside church where the choir sang off key but with joy. There was no love at first, just relief, like finding shade after walking for too long in the sun. But somehow, in the quiet and the broken parts of us, love found room to grow. One evening, he gave me a small envelope. Inside was a key. "It's not much," he said, "just a room. But you don't have to cry alone anymore." I cried anyway right there on his shoulder. Years passed. We didn't get rich. We didn't travel the world. But every Sunday, he still bought me puff puff, the way he did on the first day. And I still held his hand like it was the only place I wouldn't fall apart. Sometimes in the middle of the night, when the generator was off and the whole world felt quiet, I'd whisper into his chest, "You gave me change, not just for my coins, but for my life." And he'd just hold me tighter, like he knew exactly what I meant.